Thank you very much, Josh. Uh, just uh, Ladies and gentlemen, it's my great pleasure to deliver an introductory speech on Poland's forward-looking engagement with Central and Eastern European countries, which is aimed at to foster better economic integration and a more harmonious development across the whole region. As this conference is marking the establishment of the Collegium Intermarium, I'd like to congratulate the organisers and wish them every success in forming the future intellectual leaders of integration processes in our part of Europe. The successful economic integration of the Central and Eastern Europe region is an important foreign policy objective for Poland. I would like to refer to two key cooperation formats driving this process of enhanced economic and regional cooperation forward. Firstly, of course, the Visegrad group, the V4, and secondly, the 3Cs initiative, the TSI initiative. I'd also like to note the role of the strategy for the Carpathian region at the end. So, the Visegrad group. The experience of successful economic transformation and close cooperation of positions on major items of the EU policy agenda are a key factor supporting the close cooperation in the framework of the Visegrad group. The growing economic clout of the V4 countries can, for example, be reflected by the fact that in the first 2 decades of the 21st century, the V4 countries roughly doubled their GDP per capita, whereas for all the other 27 EU member states, there was an increase of only about 20% recorded in the same period. The V4 economies are swiftly recovering from the COVID-19 crisis and are projected to return to a stable growth path already this year in 2021. The European Commission Spring Economic forecasts growth of 4% for Poland, 5% for Hungary, 3.4% for the Czech Republic, 4.8% for Slovakia. The current Polish presidency of the V4, which coincides with the 30th anniversary of this cooperation format, is providing the necessary political momentum for a strengthened collaboration. The anniversary is marked by a joint declaration of the V4 Prime Ministers, signed on the 17th of February this year in Krakow, which highlights specific fields of cooperation within the group, covering, amongst others, further extension and deepening of the EU single market, development of enhanced cross-border cooperation under the Interreg programs. It's also important to stress the role of the International Visegrad Fund, which has so far funded nearly 2,400 scholarships and supported the implementation of nearly 6,000 projects by NGOs, local governments, scientists, and artists. Let me also refer to the 3Cs initiative, to the TSI initiative, launched in 2016 as an important instrument of cooperation, shaping stronger economic and infrastructural links across the Central and Eastern Europe region. There is a huge economic potential of the TSI region. The combined GDP of the 12 participating countries amounts to over 1.7 trillion euro, and the infrastructure investment needs will total 1.1 trillion euro by the year 2030. Tackling the serious bottlenecks in existing transport corridors, gas supply and digital infrastructure networks is a critical factor for the successful economic development of the region. Poland is prioritising investments capable of improving connectivity and security of energy supplies along the north-south axis. We also welcome the outcomes of the recent TSI summit in Tallinn, which resulted in an additional commitment from Poland to increase the capital of the TSI fund from $500 million to $750 million, providing additional financing for relevant infrastructural projects in the region. As for the Carpathian strategy, the Polish government is also promoting the enlarged regional cooperation of the Carpathian countries. This largely mountainous region, which still lags behind in terms of socio-economic development, has a truly unique and untapped growth potential, especially in tourism, eco-farming and sustainable industry-related sectors. Therefore, Poland is consistently seeking the support of the Carpathian countries for the adoption of the EU macro-regional strategy for the Carpathian region. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm really truly delighted to be able to share my perspectives on economic and regional cooperation in Central and Eastern Europe, and very much hope that later on in this panel we'll elaborate in more detail on some of these perspectives. Thank you very much and good luck.